Hey guys, Grassman here. I'm reacting to this vegan teacher video because I thought it was interesting, and it actually kind of, strangely, for once in a while, it actually brings up some good points. At least what I saw in the first 3 minutes. At least, some good points. And I'm going to elaborate as things happen, because a lot of what she says is exaggerated and wrong. But there are a couple things that are, somewhat maybe partially true. Sort of. So we're gonna take a look at this. I've only seen the first 3 minutes. I don't know how bad this is going to get. Knowing her, it may very well spiral into racism. So... don't watch if you're black. I don't know what she's going to say.
So I dragged myself here, turned on all the lights, and I just felt like I absolutely needed to say something. Now, I know this isn't going to come out so eloquently because I haven't rehearsed it, and I'm just going to talk from the heart. Do you see what's going on here? Live stream continues in a moment. You know what's going on? Advertising. During the news, advertising by the beef industry, all of the meat industries, the dairy industry, and the egg industry. They're the ones who pay the bills, and that's why we're not learning the truth about what's really going on with climate change and how we can, as individuals, make an impact to change that.
Well, it's actually advertising by lots of people, not just those industries. It is definitely partially those industries, yes. And corporate lobbying by those companies and things like oil companies is definitely a problem, but as always with the vegan teacher, it's the beef and the chicken, and it wasn't the oil. It's not like they had some giant conspiracy cover-up thing. Conspiracy! No, it was just, no, it's the beef. It supports my message, Yeah, no, God, no. It's not how it works.
Raging fires, rushing floodwaters, and more frequent heat waves. It's all going to become more common in the years ahead, and it's all because of human activity. Just some of the main takeaways from a new UN climate change report out today, one the Secretary General calls a code red for humanity. Also, talk more about these issues, we're joined by Katherine Hayhoe, climate scientist and chief scientist for the Nature.
Okay, so they literally said it was a code red for humanity. So now we have here the guy on the way left there.
Okay, first off, I want to stress the U.S. does not... This is actually kind of reasonable for her. She's not reasonable. This is actually a reasonable thing to say. So listen to this.
Ian Hanamansing, he's a reporter. Then we have this climate scientist and this other climate reporter. Now watch how ridiculous this conversation is.
Conservancy.
Okay, not this. This was a little bit dumb. Basically the point she's bringing up is they're not overly worried about this red alert thing. And she's kind of got a point. The US and parts of Canada and parts of the rest of the world do not know how to be concerned about a red alert. You know, COVID was a red alert. It's not like it killed it only killed 500,000 people. Wasn't like it was 30% of the population or anything. You know, the one governor only going to do a mask mandate if COVID starts killing 30% of the population. You know, unless 30%, 3 in 10 of our children are dying, I'm not doing a mask mandate. Pfft, that's too hard. You know, it's so much work. I could just kill 3 in 10 children. It's just so much easier. Yeah. So she does have a point. The U.S. and Canada do not know how to respond to things like red alerts, but at the same time, she is farly over-exaggerating this bit.
Kendra Pierre-Louis, a climate reporter with Gimlet's How to Save a Planet podcast. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
And Kendra, let's start with you, although I'll ask both of you this question. You know, I think our viewers have probably heard all day today the headlines about red alert and climate...
Oh, yeah, red alert, yeah, like that thing. Yeah, we've heard about that all the time.
Emergency and...
It's a fucking emergency.
They've all sounded very dire.
That's because it is a dire situation.
How would you sum up what this report means?
Maybe I'm a little bit kind of Pollyannish these days, but for me,
How about you don't be?
maybe the biggest takeaway is that we still have time to act on climate.
Okay, first off, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad already? I'm a little polyamorous today. Why aren't you don't be? That's not how anything works. If I'm stressed, you can't just say, don't be. That's not how stress works. Oh my god. I don't know what to say.
Literally said it was a fucking emergency. The fuck's your problem?
Oh, I don't... Why is she swearing so much already? It's not an emergency 3 in 10 people dying emergency. It's code red, not code black, vegan teacher. And again, they do not know how to respond to emergencies. And they probably are being lobbied somewhat by some of these industries. So, stop swearing and talk about the problem instead of just yelling at them. She swears at them like it's going to change something. Talk about the problem instead of swearing about the problem. Swearing at it's not going to do anything.
You know how hard it was for me to find these people's names? Because they don't have any proper titles underneath them. There's no name here.
And then she proceeds to stalk these people. I don't know why. Also, didn't they literally say these people's names at the beginning of the thing?
I had to Google and try and find all kinds of combinations. Like, I'm fucking tired. I want to be in bed right now. And I have to get up and be the reporter? I am just a...
Go to sleep, then! Why are you awake? Why are you awake at this time of day? I mean, she said for herself it's like night. Right at the beginning. Go to sleep. Why are you so mad about this?
middle-aged woman here in the middle of suburbs. Why are these guys not doing their job? Okay, starting off with Ian Hanemansing, who had this tone of like, oh, we're just so tired of hearing about it. How about you give us a positive spin? Like, what bullshit? Kendra.
Because you can't just panic the people. Like, I understand it's an emergency and, you know, making light of it should not be the top priority. Doom and gloom should also not be the top priority. If we're all going to die is just the constant message, that would just be me news. In today, the US is continually still fucked. That doesn't help. And he's asking for more information, not just make light of it. He's asking for information in general. Again, she's like vastly over-exaggerating. I'm running out of time already, jeez.
That's her. Okay? That's the best that I can find of the spelling of her name. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck the other woman who's about to talk. And fuck you to Justin Trudeau. I'll be showing you these signs a little bit more.
Why?
Get that started and out of the way.
Change that we're not sort of past the point of no return.
We're not past the point of no return. They are literally sounding a code red, and everybody doesn't give a shit. Nobody cares about the...
Code red doesn't necessarily mean they're not past the point of no return. Vegan teacher, do you know what the point of no return is? A code red just means it's bad. That doesn't mean you're past the point of no return. A code red tornado watch does not mean there is a tornado murdering North America.
Future of the world, of the planet, their own children. There are forest fires everywhere. The polar caps are melting. Do you know how many animals are dying? You don't give a fuck about the animals, do you?
Okay. Again, vegan teacher problem. Good point, good point, good point. Really shit point that does not matter right now. Forest fires, polar ice caps, animals. You lost it. Oh my god. You were so close, and then you brung in your crappy, like... That's not the center of the situation right now. Stop trying to make it the center.
Every time there's a fire, does anybody think about all the animals that are being displaced and running for their lives, with their babies behind them? It's devastating. All you care about is your...
Does anyone think about the displaced people? Does anyone think about the animals? What about the people? Is she just an animal in disguise? Why does she care more about the animals than people? Is it just secretly an animal in a human costume? I only have 20 minutes. I'm not halfway through the video and it's been 8 minutes.
Own personal little spot in the world. Well, guess what? We don't own this planet. We are only borrowing it from the future generations. And you know what else pisses me off? Is all the young people who think that this is a big joke. I'm gonna be dead. All these people are gonna be dead. You're the ones who are gonna have the problem.
The young people aren't... Oh, okay. Let me give you an explanation of American politics. It's not... The young people are majorly Democrats. They're the ones who realize this is a problem and want to change it. You know who's the problem? The old conservatives, who don't understand how time works. There's a lot of economic problems in America, and it is mostly America's problem. This specific, like, group of issues. Climate change is more a world issue, but it's not America's not helping. There are a lot of problems in America, but it's not the kids, it's the old people, probably such as yourself. I don't know which political party she's voting for, but based on the demographic, I can pretty soundly say it's not the right one for what her worries about climate change are.
I'm trying to help you.
Still things we can do to mitigate and avoid the worst effects.
And Catherine, what about you?
My response would be similar. The biggest takeaway is that the future is in our hands.
That's right. So are you talking about how we should stop eating meat, dairy, and eggs, since this has a giant eco footprint? It's like the elephant in the room. Are you...
Again, taking the important thing and trying to shove it and twist it into her message. Meat and eggs are not the point. The point is things like cars. Cars are like a giant percent. Burning oil, gas, such a big percent. Meat's not that big a percent, and we could live with the meat thing. Stop trying to push your message. Stop trying to take a severe issue and push your message with it. That's not the point. Like, come on. If you want to talk about the issue, talk about the issue. Not your issue, the issue.
Talking about that?
It's up to us what the future will look like.
Yes. Are you vegan?
Now, the window of time we have to make that
That's not the point. Do you drive an electric car might be the point.
decision is closing fast.
Yep.
Some impacts are inevitable because they've already happened.
That's right.
But overall, we still are able to avoid the very worst if we act now.
Who's gonna act now? You? I don't hear you talking about veganism at all. I've never heard you talking about veganism every time I hear you.
That's not the act now. The act now is things like Biden's currently trying to put in a bill or something that would force car companies to, within like 10 years or something, sell half electric cars and half gas or whatever. That's a good idea. And it would allow for innovation. It would be genius. Kind of possibly like frowned upon, but genius idea for saving the climate. But no, let's go vegan. Yeah, that's the... I don't know if I should continue. I mean, this is getting worse. She keeps bringing her issue up. Her issue is not the problem. She's only looking at this for her issue. If she couldn't tie her issue in, I bet she wouldn't be doing this.
And that is a message to energize us and to give us hope.
Okay.
We don't need hope. We don't need fairy tales. We need action. We don't need to keep talking.
So, Catherine, let's talk.
Hope, action requires hope. If we're all just depressed, I mean, what's the easiest way out of climate change? Suicide? Well, depression would help us get there, and then hey, if no humans, that fixes climate change. But that's not the point. We preferably want to come out of this alive. I'm in 2 times speed. I've only gone through half the video.
About specifics here. What are some of the things that people who are watching here in Canada ought to be doing?
Oh, good. So this is the part where they're going to talk about the meat, dairy, and egg industries, right? And how we should just start banning these right now and stop giving subsidies to them, and how we should...
And the oil industries, right? And the gas, and the like vehicles, and could you bike to work? You know, all the stuff, not just your topic.
Giving subsidies to people who are growing actual food and not bodies that are going to be murdered, right? Oh, I can't wait for this.
Well, we often think I'm just one person, and this is
One person can do a lot. One person like me has 70,000 followers just for sitting here and trying my fucking best.
some.
Well, she's technically got 72,000 subscribers, but I guarantee the majority of that is people who love to watch her videos and then hate on her. Because if you look at her like-to-dislike ratio, it's actually like 132 to down by 1.2. So, I don't think you understand popularity. There's famous and there's infamous. You are the latter. Being infamous is not good. I'm gonna have to, like, end the video right away, because I'm not gonna have enough time. But, yeah, they're bringing up good points. One person doesn't think like they can do much, and they're going to argue about this. So stop arguing before she gets the chance to argue, and shut up with your specific point.
Global issue. I'm not a prime minister or a CEO or a celebrity. What can
That's right, and so you can do something. Everybody can do something. When you're in the store, veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds in your shopping cart. Because peace...
No, she's right. It is mainly the governments and CEOs that are going to do much. Like, forcing car companies to sell electric cars and do innovation. It's going to be those companies. Individuals can do a little bit, but it's going to be the government and CEOs that do it. They're actually right. The news people are kinda wrong. We can't actually do much. And I don't even know what the hell the vegan teacher's talking about.
Oh, peace and ending climate change, peace and all of that begins on your plate. So open up your heart and fucking do something.
No, it begins on the government's plate. And if they don't do anything, we're fucked. So, I mean, we can elect a better government, but it still comes down to the government. It does not begin on your plate, it begins on your ballot. Stop making it about yourself. Jesus.
I do? It turns out the single most important thing that each of us can start with is talking about it.
Talking? Are you fucking kidding me? How many years have we been talking? Is anybody listening to Greta Thunberg? Is anybody listening to the actual climate science?
She's got a point. No one listens. And, I mean, again, it's more specifically governments and people who want to make money in the American capitalist system don't want to listen. So, we have been talking. She's right. Talking doesn't work. We've tried that.
Scientists who are not influenced by these industries. People like you. All right, look at your face. Oh, how about we talk about it somewhere? Like, you know, if there's a fucking burning building in your neighborhood, how about we all talk about it? I wonder what we should do. Maybe we should take out the water pistols and just, like, just attack it that way. Oh, yeah,
She's got a point,
maybe we should throw
this
it up in a journal. I'm
one,
not sure. I don't know. But, you know what? Let's just go watch some other YouTubers who are just more fun. Let's just go, go and buy some ice cream while we think about it. How about we have a burger while we think about it? Fucking morons.
Having a conversation about
Yeah,
why it
let's
matters.
bring it back about
And
vegan
what we
now,
all
'cause
do to
that's
help
what's
things in our
important.
place of work, our school, our place of worship, our neighborhood.
You're at work. Are you telling everybody that you're vegan right now? This is your job. You're on the air. You are literally on the news. Are you telling everybody to stop eating meat? I don't see...
No, that's not the fucking point, dumbass. Again and again, stop bringing up your point. 99% of the carbon emissions are not from cows. Okay? 17% is transmission, or movement stuff, like cars and planes and trains. A large percent is gas and oil. I think it's like what? Is it? I know 17% is, like cars and planes and trains and stuff. I don't know if, I think less than 17% is that same stuff. And the majority is, like, creation of stuff. Building, plastic, factories. That's the majority of it. So how about you talk about the actual issues? Instead of just your vegan message. I've run out of time. I've run out of time. I can't even finish this video. Stop making everything about yourself. Talk about the real problem. This was literally just, she took a real problem and she's using it to push her views. This is just crazy. Hope you guys didn't enjoy, because this is just insane. She needs to stop this. But yeah. Go give her a subscription, and remember to dislike every one of her videos. Yeah, I know this was different, but figured I could add some slightly funny commentary to it, so there you go. Fuck you and have a good day. I don't know how to end this.